Hello colleagues, myself Tapan Kumar Basantia from National Resource Center for Education, Central University of South Bihar, Gaya, Bihar. I welcome all of you to the second part or part 2 of our discussion on CBCS. In the first part of our discussion on CBCS, we have already covered some aspects of CBCS. In this part, we will mostly focus on 4 important aspects of CBCS, that is key terminologies of CBCS, salient features of CBCS, challenges of CBCS and limitations of CBCS. At first, let us see what are the key terminologies of CBCS. You know that in each subject area or field of study, some special words or terminologies are used, and such words or terminologies are in general used in that subject area or field of study. Those words or terminologies have distinct meaning in the respective subject area or field of study. For example, value terminology in economics. In economics subject or field of study, value implies monetary value or exchange value. Like this, choice based credit system includes some special or unique terminologies. Each terminology used in CBCS has proper definition or meaning. Let us see what are the common and most frequently used terminologies of CBCS and what meaning they imply. One terminology is academic year. Academic year has a distinct meaning in CBCS. You know that CBCS follows semester system. In CBCS model of evaluation, an academic year is normally divided into 2 consecutive semesters. One is odd semester, which normally spreads from July to December, and another one is even semester, which normally spreads from January to June. A semester has a specified meaning in CBCS. A semester in CBCS normally includes 90 working days, which is equivalent to 18 weeks if there are 5 working days in a week, or 15 weeks if there are 6 working days in a week. Program is a significant word used in CBCS. Program in CBCS is the learning task, the completion of which leads to acquisition or award of degree, diploma, certificate, etc. A program in CBCS is equivalent to a course or subject in traditional system of evaluation. In traditional system of evaluation, the completion of a course leads to award of degree, diploma, certificate, etc. But in CBCS, the completion of a program leads to award of degree, diploma, certificate, etc. Course and credit are most frequently used words in CBCS. In CBCS, a program is divided into certain courses. A course in CBCS is equivalent to a paper in traditional education system. In CBCS, all the courses under a program may or may not carry the same weightage. For example, a course may be 5 credits, another course may be 4 credits, another course may be 2 credits, and so on. A course normally comprises different kinds of learning tasks like lecture or tutorial, practical or field work or laboratory work or outreach task. It may include self-study, assignment, oral test, term papers, seminar, viva voce test, presentations, self-learning, etc. Credit is the unit or measuring rod for measuring coursework or learning. Credit determines the number of hours of instruction per week in a semester. One credit course denotes 1 hour teaching of theory courses, which includes lecture, tutorial and the related tasks per week, or 2 hours teaching of practical courses, which includes practical or field work and the related tasks per week. There are many kinds of courses offered in CBCS or choice based credit system, but under CBCS 3 categories of courses are basically offered. They are core courses, elective courses and ability enhancement courses. Core courses are the courses the knowledge of which is quite essential for a student of a particular program. These courses are mandatory for all the students of a particular program. More than one program may have a common core course. Elective courses are basically optional courses. Elective courses are chosen by students as per their interest and specialization. There are broadly 2 types of elective courses. One is discipline specific elective courses and another one is generic elective courses. Discipline specific elective courses are the elective courses chosen from the same discipline of the program. Generic elective courses are chosen from the disciplines other than the program. Ability enhancement courses or skill enhancement courses are basically required for learners of nowadays for their adjustment of life as well as for their employment. Keeping in view the ability or skill development of learner, in CBCS generally 2 types of courses may be included. They are ability enhancement compulsory courses, skill enhancement compulsory courses. CBCS provides opportunity to the learners to learn the above mentioned courses. Credit based semester system is a popular terminology used in CBCS. It is a fact that a semester system can run without credit system, but CBCS can hardly run without semester system. Hence, in CBCS, a semester is popularly known as credit based semester system or CBSS. Under CBSS, the requirement for completion of a semester is completion of a number of credits. The terms like letter grade, grade point and credit point are used as the indicators of performance or for evaluating the performance of a learner under CBCS. The letter used for indexing the performance of a student in course constitutes letter grade for the course. CBCS follows letter grades like O, A plus, A, B plus, B, C and P. A student's performance is evaluated on a 10-point scale under CBCS under these letter grades. The meaning or value of the different letters under letter grade system is like this. O refers to outstanding, A plus means excellent, A means very good, B plus means good, B means above average, C means average, P refers to pass, F refers to fail and at last AB refers to absent. Grade point is the numerical weightage given to each letter grade on a 10-point scale. The grade points of the different grades are like this. O letter means 10 grade points, A plus means 9 grade points, A means 8 grade points, B plus means 7 grade points, B means 6 grade points, C means 5 grade points, P means 4 grade points, F means 0 and AB means absent or 0. Credit point is the product of grade point and number of credits of a course. Let us see how to calculate credit points. Let us take the example of a number of courses under a particular semester. For example, in a particular semester there are 6 courses. In course 1 there are 3 credits and 8 grade point. So, the credit point will be 3 into 8 is equal to 24. In the same way, in course 2 there are 4 credits and 7 grade points. So, the credit point will be 4 into 7 is equal to 28. In course 3 there are 3 credits and grade point is 6. So, the credit point will be 3 into 6 is equal to 18. In course 4 there are 3 credits and grade point is 10. So, the credit point would be 3 into 10 is equal to 30. In course 5 there are 3 credits and the grade point is 5. So, the credit points would be 3 into 5. So, it will be 15. In course 6 the credits are 4 and the grade point is 6. The total credit point would be 4 into 6 is equal to 24. So, in this particular semester there are 6 courses. In all these 6 courses there are 20 credits and if we count the credit point referring to these 20 credits, we will find 139 credit point. Under CBCS, the summarized results or performances of a student are expressed through the terminologies like semester grade point average or SGPA and cumulative grade point average or CGPA. The performance of a student in a semester is expressed by semester grade point average or SGPA. It is the ratio of total credit points secured by a learner in various courses registered in a semester and a total course credits taken during that semester. The numerical value of SGPA is expressed up to 2 decimal points. The overall performance of a student in all the semesters is expressed by cumulative grade point average or CGPA. It is the ratio of total credit points secured by a learner in various courses in all the semesters and the sum of total credits of all courses in all the semesters. The numerical value of CGPA is expressed up to 2 decimal points. In CBCS, either transcript or grade card or certificate is issued to report the result to the learner. It is issued to all the registered students after every semester. It displays the course details which include code, title, number of credits, grade secured, etc. along with SGPA of that semester and CGPA earned till that semester. These are about some terminologies used in CBCS. Let us now focus on salient features of CBCS. CBCS, like many other types of learning and evaluation system, has a number of features or characteristics. The stakeholders of CBCS like students, teachers, educational administrators, etc. must understand its basic nature and features, let us discuss the different features of CBCS. At first, let us see what are the applicability areas or levels of CBCS. In fact, CBCS has wide coverage or applicability. It can be applied to any area or level of program. The applicability area of CBCS may include undergraduate level, postgraduate level, diploma or certificate level, etc. Further, what may be the covering institutions under CBCS? Let us see. In fact, different categories of institutions can be covered under CBCS. For example, central government institutions, state government institutions, and many other universities and colleges, whatever you can say, can be covered under CBCS. Further, what are the stages of assessment covered under CBCS? Truly speaking, the evaluation process under CBCS is quite continuous and comprehensive in nature. It includes the different types of assessments like sessional or continuous assessment throughout the year, mid-term assessment during mid of the session, end-term assessment at the end of the session. In this system, grade F shall be considered as failed and one has to reappear the examination for the purpose. That means, if somebody cannot secure minimum grade or grade point to pass the examination of a semester or the whole program, he or she shall be considered as failed and he or she can reappear the examination as per the rule. In CBCS, basically two types of courses are offered. They are credit courses and non-credit courses. Offering of credit courses is mandatory in CBCS, but offering of non-credit courses is not mandatory in CBCS. Under CBCS, the performance of a student in non-credit course is not expressed through letter grade and expressed in terms of two indicators. What are those? One is satisfactory, another one is non-satisfactory. The non-credit courses do not contribute for SGPA or CGPA. In our educational institutions, some programs are found which are governed by professional or technical regulatory bodies like National Council for Teacher Education or NCT, All India Council for Technical Education, that is AICT, Medical Council of India or MCI, Bar Council of India or BCI, etc. For example, Bachelor of Education or B.Ed program in India is being regulated by NCT, Bachelor of Technology or BTech program in India is being regulated by AICT, and like this many other programs are regulated by their respective regulatory bodies. The programs which are regulated by regulatory bodies, in such programs for deciding grade or grade point required to pass or qualify a degree, the recommendation of their respective regulatory bodies are taken into consideration. CBCS gives weightage to the recommendations of the regulatory bodies like NCT, AICT, MCI, etc. in deciding grade or grade points required to pass or qualify a degree. In CBCS, cut-off mark for grade B and B plus shall not be less than 50% and 55% respectively under the absolute grading system. Further, for deciding cut-off mark for different grades, the considerations of bodies like NCT, AICT, MCI, etc. would be taken care of under this system. CBCS states that for paper setting as well as assessing theoretical components of at least 50% of core courses, external examiners should be appointed. For assessing practical, the team of evaluators should include 50% examiners from outside the university or institution. And for assessing project reports, thesis or dissertation, etc., both internal as well as external examiners should be appointed. Under this system, transcript may be issued for each semester as well as for all the semesters. Computation formula for SGPA is summation of CIE into GIE by summation of CIE, where CIE is the number of credits in a particular course and GIE is the grade point scored by the student in that particular course. Now, let us calculate SGPA of a student in a particular semester. Suppose in a semester a student attended examination in 6 courses. The total credits in these 6 courses are 20 and the total credit points secured by the student in these 6 courses are 139. Thus, his or her SGPA shall be 139 by 20 is equal to 6.95. Computation formula of CGPA is summation of CIE into SI by summation of CIE, where SI is the SGPA in a particular semester and CIE is the total number of credits in that semester. Now, let us calculate CGPA of a student in total 6 semesters in a program. In all the 6 semesters, the student has secured the credits and SGPA like this or in this manner. In semester 1, there are 20 credits and SGPA is 6.9. In semester 2, there are 22 credits and SGPA is 7.8. In semester 3, there are 25 credits and SGPA is 5.6. In semester 4, there are 26 credits and SGPA is 6.0. In semester 5, there are 26 credits and SGPA is 6.3. And in semester 6, there are 25 credits and SGPA is 8.0. Thus, the CGPA will be 20 into 6.9 plus 22 into 7.8 plus 25 into 5.6 plus 26 into 6.0 plus 26 into 6.3 plus 25 into 8.0 divided by 144 is equal to 6.73. Friends, let us see what are the challenges of CBCS. Friends, it is a true fact that CBCS is new for many of us and the introduction or implementation of any new scheme or system is not so easy always and faces a number of problems or challenges. As CBCS is in the process of implementation in our country, so in the process of implementation of it, a number of challenges or issues or problems are found. Some of such challenges let us discuss now. One challenge is infrastructure requirement. it is true that CBCS requires adequate infrastructure in terms of number of classrooms, number of teachers, diverse courses and their teaching and evaluation and so on. But many institutions lack infrastructure facility to run CBCS. Another challenge is training of personnel. In reality, the effective administration and running of CBCS requires proper training of administrators, teachers and other institutional personnel in CBCS. But till now, trainers as well as trainees in the area of CBCS are a few. The concept is very new for many teachers and administrators even, and many personnel find it difficult to understand even. Designing issues of curriculum is another significant challenge, because CBCS follows comprehensive curriculum. Under CBCS, different types of courses like core courses, elective courses, ability enhancement or skill enhancement courses, etc. are included, and under it the learner is given ample freedom to choose the courses as per his or her interest and ability. But framing this kind of curriculum is a challenge for many educational institutions of our country and many countries even. Implementation issue is a significant and vital issue of CBCS. The implementation of CBCS at the ground level requires many considerations like its acceptance in the institution, administrative support for it, its understanding of the learners, teachers' adequate knowledge of the same and many other considerations. Unless fulfilling these basic considerations or requirements, it cannot be implemented in the true spirit, but in many cases these requirements are not available in the institutions for running CBCS. Like these challenges, many other challenges are realized in the process of implementation of CBCS. All the challenges act as the hindering factors or bottlenecks for its implementation. Institutional readiness must be created to remove or uproot the different bottlenecks that affect its implementation process. The last aspect of our discussion shall be on limitations of CBCS. It is known to all of us that no scheme or system has only merits or advantages. Every system has limitations along with advantages. We can never say CBCS has only advantages. CBCS has many limitations too. Let us discuss some important points of limitations or shortcomings of CBCS. Institutional freedom and flexibility is restricted due to CBCS, because in CBCS a common pattern of learning and evaluation is followed. Different institutions have to follow more or less same pattern of learning and evaluation. So, the institutional freedom and flexibility is restricted to many extents. Further, beauty and creativity of diverse educational system is lost under this CBCS. When different institutions follow the same pattern of learning and evaluation, the beauty and creativity or we can say heterogeneity of our diverse educational setup will automatically be lost. The entire process of education and evaluation will be somewhat monotonous and mechanical under this system. As CBCS stresses on excess quantification of the education system, so excess quantification of the education system makes the system unreal. You know that CBCS emphasizes on excess quantification of teaching, learning and assessment procedures. Quantification is good, but excess quantification is somewhat unrealistic in nature. Excess quantification of educational tasks makes the education artificial and unrealistic in true sense. Cafeteria approach of CBCS sometimes facilitates odd combination of courses or creates dilemma in selection of courses. For example, sometimes students, for the sake of selecting variety, they select odd combination of courses like combination of physics with economics or mathematics with language. This kind of selection in later stage creates many problems for the learners for their learning attainment or better performance in learning. Further, this system creates confusion among employers since it puts large number of students under a few letter grades. Actually, in marking system, students are normally divided under 100-point scale. So, in marking system, it becomes easier for the employer to differentiate among students and choose best among them for the employment purpose. But CBCS normally follows 10-point grading system. So, in CBCS, large number of students are put under a few letter grades. Accordingly, it creates confusion among the employers to differentiate among students and choose best among them for employment, since it puts large number of students under a few letter grades. Though some sorts of limitations are there in CBCS, but it has numerous advantages. So, it must be adopted in higher education institutions of the country. The adoption of CBCS in higher education institution is also a policy directive of our UGC. As institutional readiness or preparedness is required for introducing and implementing it. So, in the process of introducing and implementing the same, the institutional readiness and preparedness along with institutional feasibility must be ensured. Further, I want to state you that though the CBCS is at a baseline or infancy stage, especially in Indian education context, but it is forecasted and predicted that it will play a leading role in future days learning and evaluation process of education system in an unparalleled manner. This system is in the process of creating a strong rationale and background in higher education of India. Let us join hands to make this system successful. Thank you very much. Thank you.